So I know I had Charlene in the previous episode and got her to talk about BIBAK LA as well, but I think we were wondering if you could also talk about your experiences with BIBAK LA, just because they have been such an influential BIBAK in terms of an Igorot organization.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I guess in BBAC LA's heyday, I just remember earliest memories, like when my dad was president. It was all the social gatherings. It's just all together, always a party. But it was really, I think it all started because Igorots were trying to, when they came here, they were trying to find each other, right? And that's how it all
Right,
started.
right.
Um, and so it's just like, let's find a way to gather, and then it became organized, and it's an organization now. And then it's like, let's teach the younger generation our culture. And the best way for us, just as Igorots and as dance. You know what I'm saying? We love to dance. We love music. We love making music. So like, yeah. So for me, just like Bebop Dance Ensemble, that was it, man. Like you got to a point where I was choreographing like balangbang and routines. It's like that. Let's see. And then there was a time where it was like super structured, and we actually had classes. We would actually there's one time where we went up to the mountains here, like in SoCal, and rented a cabin, and there was like a whole curriculum where they taught us about the Cordilleran region.
Oh, wow.
From and where the meanings behind the dances and the meanings behind like everything, and like how to tie a baha, like that. So
Was this the older folks teaching this?
yeah, it was like the Wan Dogs and the Botengans, they were the ones who were
the Botanians, yeah.
that time. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then later, yeah, we would do FPAC, that festival that I told you about. It was huge. Like we would fly and drive to different places to perform our dances and to
Wow.
represent our culture. Yeah, like we've done some up north. We've done some in Seattle. Yeah, the IICs. I think I only went to the LA one actually.
The first one?
Yeah. Well, because it was in LA, but. Yeah. So that was huge, so like to like learn to know where I come from, and it got to a point where I really felt like I considered the Philippines, like I would say, when am I going back home? Like I considered it home,
Yeah.
And and then later on, yeah. So we do all the festivals, the performances, and then yeah. I mean, I know as I got older, like it just sort of like, I don't know, the drive, energy just sort of died down, and maybe it was the struggles that I was going through, or just like me. I don't know what it was, So I sort of like strayed away from it a little bit, but now that
a lot of people from like that
Yeah.
whole group did, though. It wasn't just
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. And who knows, it's like when the older generation, like it was hype, like when my dad was president,
oh,
when
yeah, man.
Marshall was president, like it was live. Like I don't know, maybe they were around our age like at the time. I don't know.
Oh God, really?
Or maybe it's a little younger, but yeah, it was like there was always something going on. It was super well organized.
Yeah.
Like so there was always, like we were able to find the funds for it. Maybe that was another issue. Maybe for economic reasons, things sort of slowed down and things kind of died. I don't know. I don't know what Charlene. Did her episode come out? Or did you talk? Is she?
Yeah, we talked about it with her too. But
Okay.
she's much younger than you, so and
Yeah,
me,
for
so,
sure. Yeah.
we only understood from her years that she was involved. She was like the
Right.
kids watching. She was like a kid watching you
That's
guys
true.
do it.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the generation, like the
The
next
generation
that's
after
right.
you guys.
That's right.
Next
She
in
was
line.
the younger side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe it's because of that loss of leadership, perhaps. I don't know what happened. It's just, that's what happens sometimes, right? It's just like a natural thing that sort of happens. Either it's just leadership is not the same, or the energy is not the same, or any number of reasons, but it just sort of dies out. But I'm glad that the younger generation, the people who are coming up behind us, are stepping up and are still eager to learn, and are sort of like re-energized and picking up that energy again,
Yeah, totally.
and when I started noticing that they're like reorganizing again, I was like, yo, man, this is cool. Let's I wanted to be a part. I was like, I wanted to help out, and I'm like super, I'm jazzed, and I kind of want to do it too. But yeah, we'll see. Things are happening. So
Yeah, man. They need your voice.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
perhaps.